right, beautiful. Back again. One more episode. Run that back. Again, it's your hosts again here, uh, Oni, and of course,
Chucky here.
you know, all about that MMA. And we have kind of a crazy couple events coming up. I think we mentioned that last time, but yeah, we got some good ones, especially this one, 285, the big fight that everyone's kind of looking forward to, Jones versus Gunn. Um,
Still
I'm
gone.
excited for that.
Yes. Yes,
Like,
me too.
yeah, like that's gonna be it's gonna be a great matchup. I really can't wait for that. The whole event's fire, but yeah, that those two, it's gonna be a banger.
Definitely, definitely. So, what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the main event, or you want to talk about the co-main first, or the fight before that?
You know what? We'll build up. We'll build up to that main event. So first, we'll start with we'll take a look at the prelims real quick. Uh, Garbrandt versus Jones and Brunson versus Duplessis is like the ones that are most notable on the prelims right there. Um, Garbrandt versus Jones. That looks to be an interesting fight. We haven't seen Cody out in a minute. Uh, I'm I'm kind of curious to see what he's been up to, how he's looking in the ring again, in the ring. I'm thinking boxing in the cage again. So I'm looking forward to see that fight. It's on the prelims, so it's a little surprising, but I mean, Cody's got to, I guess, fight his way back up to the main cards.
Yeah, he hasn't been having a good run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Supposedly, he said on one of the early press conference or something like that. He said something. His mind wasn't at the right place for the last, you know.
Oh, for his last outing, eh?
Yeah, so
Uh,
I don't know. I guess he was dealing with a lot of stuff. Maybe I'm not sure. But
yeah. I mean, sometimes some of these guys take some of the stuff in the cage. I mean, if it's your life, right? So you can be taking some of it into the cage every time, but it's unfortunate that it had a negative effect on his performance there. Because for Garbrandt right now, he's coming off of two losses, and in his last six, he's only had one win. So that's kind of rough.
yeah, that is rough.
Right, so here's hoping he can make a turnaround here at this next event. He's fighting someone I'm not too familiar with. I'm not too familiar with this Trevin Jones guy. His
Me
record
too.
is it's not bad. His record isn't bad, but his record's a little bit better in his last six versus Garbrandt. He has three losses. His last three losses. He's on a little bit of a skid there. Um, but his last six, he has two wins, one no contest. So not bad. Hopefully, I can see more of what he can do because it seems like most of the time he's appeared on the fight nights, right? No, no real main
This is
cards
probably like his, yeah.
except for like back on the Adesanya one. So that's 259. So that was a while ago, right?
This one he's headlining the main, the yeah, the premium, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's
that should be
premium
good.
5 round. I think premium is 5 round, right? Even in premium law for the main event for the premium, it's still 5 round, right? It should be, or is it 3?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I think it's. I don't know. I would think it'd still be three.
Because when I click on it, it doesn't show. Like
Yeah, I'm
it
not
doesn't
seeing the
say.
the detailed info there. Uh, but either way, interested to see how it goes. If it's a longer fight, if it's a 5 round, um, we'll see who can drag who into deep waters. If it's a 3 round, I'm just looking for some good action in that. So it'll be a solid fight.
Yeah. Now let's see where Cody's at.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's not that young anymore. I don't think, right? Oh, 31. Okay, he's actually younger.
Yeah, yeah. He's not bad. He's not bad in terms of age. I guess he's kind of like right in the middle of his prime.
Yeah,
Or actually kind of near the tail end. I think we were like 33, 34 is kind of like the end of your
yeah,
prime run, right? So he's getting there, but Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. It'll definitely be an interesting one. So I'm looking forward to that, the Garbrandt fight. Then
The Brunson fight's not bad too, to be honest.
yep, yep,
I just don't know the other guy as well. Like
yeah, we're getting to some of these unknown unknown
new
guys.
fighter, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But it should be interesting.
yeah, yeah. What's Brunson looking like? So Brunson in his last six outings is 5 wins, 1 loss. That's pretty good. Pretty damn good. And the last loss was to Cannoneer. Um, but yeah, no, that's a solid record. Hopefully, he can come back out here and get a win. And Mr. Duplessis here. Let's see. Oh, he is 6 for 6. Chucky, he is 6 for 6.
6 for 6?
Yeah, in his last couple events, he been putting it on people. So, but okay. His last fight was Darren Till, who we recently found out.
Got cut?
uh, it's a shame, but he kind of chilling in limbo for a bit. We weren't really sure what was going on with him and his career. Because just slightly off topic for Till. Been a little bit of a skid. He's been losing, but it's not losing to like just no name people, right? He's been losing to some like top tier competition. But yeah, in his last six, he's only had the one win against Gastelum, and that was 2019.
Yeah.
Ah, that's rough. That's very rough. And then in those the last couple of fights, he's really only fought like once per year as well. So honestly, sorry to see him go. Yeah, he put on a show when he did come out. He was always willing to fight. So best of luck to Darren Till in whatever the future stuff he goes and does.
Yeah, I just
It's a
feel like
shame.
the last couple of fights, he doesn't look that in shape.
Yeah, he didn't look like because you remember when he burst on the scene initially, it was just like, oh, who's this? Who's this killer right here? This kid
Yeah,
just cracking people. But yeah, and the last couple ones didn't really look like the Till of old, I'll say. Uh, so yeah, that's unfortunate. But back to 285, we have Brunson going up against Duplessis. We already talked about that. So that's the prelims, right? That's the prelims. That's really the
yeah,
interesting
those are
ones in
the
the prelims
prelims.
there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then we're moving up now. Moving up into the main card. Another fight that we're interested in would be the Neil versus Rachmanov fight. Now that one I'm actually very interested in because Rachmanov has been going on a fucking tear. He's been destroying people.
oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
just going through people. It seems like he seems pretty proficient on like everything, everywhere, standing, grappling, ground game, submissions. Seems like he can really, he's well rounded, very well rounded. So I want to see what Neil's gonna do with this.
yeah. I feel like Neil is kind of like the underdog in this fight right now. If you look at it just by paper wise, you know.
Hmm. Like we
You look
have
at the record, man is
exactly,
undefeated right now. You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly. He's undefeated. Not too many people on his record I know, besides maybe the last one, Neil Magny for Rachmanov. Um, for Jeff Neal, though, he has a few more notable wins under his belt, but he also has some losses. Um, Funnily enough, Neil lost to Neil Magny, and Rachmanov just beat Neil Magny. So that's something I found kind of interesting. They both fought the same guy, different results. Sometimes you can pull something from that. Sometimes it's not really an indicator. Just one guy
Yeah,
just has another guy's number in a way. But that's going to be a solid fight.
definitely, definitely. Well, kind of off topic, just quick time. Joan did say Alex Pereira got AZ's number.
Sorry. Who said what?
Jones
Jones.
said Alex Pereira has Israel number.
Ah,
That's what he said. So I don't know. Did he say that just because this like past beef with each other, or he actually believe it? Because like we said before, he was winning the fight
Yeah.
before
Yep.
he got touch up, but it is what it is.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Uh, so we got the Neil Rachmaninoff fight. Who do you think wins that fight?
I think Sheva Cat. Yeah, I think he's gonna win.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
more faith in him right now. Yeah, just
True.
because not just by the record, but he seems pretty dominant too when he fights.
Yeah. 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 I'm gonna go with Shavkat Rachmanov as well. He seems very focused. He's on the come up. A bit younger, potentially a bit hungrier. Jeff Neal's been around, but Jeff Neal's kind of just been, I won't say static, but he is, no disrespect, kind of a gatekeeper right now, right? So I'm going for Rachmanov as well. I think he will
Tough
get the
cop,
job
right?
done. Yeah, yeah. It'll be
Yeah,
an entertaining fight, though. I think it'll be entertaining. Hey, maybe Jeff is going to prove us wrong, or Goff rather. But hey, we'll see come Saturday.
definitely, definitely.
Which leads us to the co-main.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tunis.
Yeah. So that. Sorry, Alexa. Shevchenko is steamrolling you. That's what I see
Alexa
happening.
Grasso, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
is
what I see
it?
happening.
Yeah, until like, although Valentuna's last performance wasn't that great, I understand that,
Hmm.
but still, I I think she could still one up Alexandra, that's for sure.
I believe it.
Yeah, but Valentuna is she's reaching up there with age, 36.
Very
I mean,
true.
no, sorry, my bad, 34.
34. Oh, yeah, still getting there.
Yeah,
And of course, like we said, Father Time's undefeated.
yeah.
Um, but right now, I don't think Alexa Grasso's gonna put it on her. I am waiting to see the rematch between her and Talia Santos because Talia Santos impressed the fuck out of me when I watched that fight to the point I don't know, it was very close that night.
It
Like
was,
it
it
was
was.
real close that night, Chucky. So I can't wait to see them run that one back. If
Yeah,
it ever happens, I hope she gets another shot at that. But yeah, for that fight, Valentina, well, I'll safely go with Valentina on that.
yeah. Same, same. She did get asked in the press conference. I think it was like yesterday's press conference because they have their individual ones.
Hmm.
Someone did ask her about her moving up the weight to fight Nunes again, and she
Uh,
said that will definitely happen.
really?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what she
I'm
said.
definitely interested in that fight.
Yeah, she said that. She's like, yeah, that's definitely what I want. Like, eventually she's gonna move up, and she's like, that's the and then because the reporter's like, oh, you're gonna move up, and like if you're gonna move up, like who you want to fight or something like that, somewhere along
Yeah.
that line, and she's like, it's gonna be Nunes, of course, like no
Yeah.
one else.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Okay.
I don't mind
Okay.
seeing that,
Not at all. Not at all.
but I would say if she wins that fight, I would say she should retire.
Yeah.
Cause
Don't leave it to chance. Just take your
yeah,
winnings.
because she did get asked in the press conference by somebody else. I don't know if it's the same reporter, but they asked her, "What are you gonna like? Why are you still doing this? Like, what are you doing it for now?
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Okay. Very interesting. Yeah. So yeah. I guess for that we come to like a pretty much a general consensus Shevchenko on that. So in the prior ones, I were interested in prelims, Garbrandt versus Jones. Not too sure about that one, but I'm still gonna call Garbrandt on that. I know he's been on a tear, on like a losing streak, but Cody, that's my guy. I like his fighting style. I'm going Garbrandt on that. Uh, Brunson versus Duplessis. I'm gonna go Brunson. He's been pretty good on the stand up and the ground game. Duplessis has been on a nasty tear though, so let's see if he just makes me look stupid. If he just tosses my prediction out.
Yeah.
That's on the prelims. So prelims, Garbrandt versus Jones. You got. I'm just gonna do a quick wrap up of that before we hit on the main one. You know what that is, but yeah,
Uh, mm,
it's tough. I know.
I might go with Jones, to be honest.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I might go with Jones just because, you know, I don't know which type of Cody are we gonna get this time, you
Yeah, I
know?
know. Yeah, true.
Because there was a fight, I forgot who he fought like right at the last second, and he just ended the man's night. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I
so he
remember that.
still has
Yeah.
some blast, but a couple fight after, it's just like, I don't know about that anymore.
Hmm.
You know what I
Understandable. Yep.
mean? So yeah, I'll pick Jones.
All right.
Uh,
All right.
I'll pick Brunson in this one too. I just feel like he's just more violent
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
times. So yeah, I'll pick him.
Okay. Okay. So
Uh,
for the prelims, we got that out for Neil Rachmanov. We already talked about that. Both of us, I think, pros Rachmanov just because younger, more aggressive type fighter, and Neil's kind of been hanging around the gatekeeping bracket for a little bit. Shevchenko, Grasso, man, we already just talked about that. Now, the big one, the one people have been waiting for years. I feel like not specifically for this matchup, but for this fighter to come back,
just for the return of Jones.
just for the return of Bones. Oh man, Chucky, I'm telling you, this is gonna be great. I'm dipping hard after work home. I'm catching this fight. I'm not missing a second of this fight. Oh my goodness,
Like you're
285.
running for the bus. Oh
Oh,
no, you're
I'm,
driving now, so
I'm
you're just
driving for
like,
the ball. Yeah, man, I'm
oh,
driving. Just switch that bitch into sports mode. Gone.
like hurry, here I come.
Right? But okay, so Jones and Gone matchup. This matchup is I think is pretty good. I think it's a pretty solid matchup. Um, both guys are good on the feet. Both guys are good on the ground. However, I give a pretty large edge to Jones on the ground. Um, the grappling is there for both. Uh, youth to Gun, experience, and just some crazy fight IQ to Jones. I really think this is going to be a banger.
Yeah, same, same. For me, uh, I like Zero Gong. You know, like to me, I don't. I might disagree with what Jones said. You know what I mean? On the media and even on social media, he said that Gong is
Yeah.
the the
Oh,
least
yeah.
balanced fighter in the top five.
Yeah. I
So
also disagree with that.
yeah, I disagree with that. I would say in terms of all the opponent Jones ever fought, Gong could possibly be the most skill or you know what, the most balanced
Okay, there you
of
go.
them
Yeah, yeah.
all.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I don't know if he was trying to get into his head or he was just saying something offhand,
It
but
could be.
yeah,
It
yeah,
could
it could
be
be. It
Jones'
could be.
mind games. Yeah, definitely.
But when I heard that, I my eye just kind of went like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? This guy's moves like a middleweight. He can stand and bang. He can get down to the ground too. He actually seems a little bit more well-rounded than some of the people you've fought in the past. So that was a strange comment to make. But yeah, like we said, we don't really know the context he made this statement on. He could just be fucking with him. He could actually see something we don't see because he's a fighter. You know, he does this for a living. Um, but yeah,
That's
I
what he
feel like
said. That's
Sorry.
what he said in the press conference earlier when I watched it. When someone actually asked him that question, what he meant by that, and he's like, "Yeah, I see certain stuff. I see when he switches certain switches stand, a certain tendency that he does,
Mm,
and stuff like that." But he never broke it down. But I guess he just briefly touched on it of what
I
he
see.
actually meant from that statement, and
And
that
that
was it.
still could be mind game itself. He could be making up shit.
Definitely, yeah, of course.
So
But
you never know
I,
what you.
but he did say he studied film of
Oh
Gone,
yeah.
which that I don't doubt.
Well, no, it's known. It's known. John Jones watched film, like a lot of film
You saw
on
the
his
video I
opponents.
sent you, right? Of him just eating and then kind of giving his thought of Still Gong's video game ranking, FIFA
Yeah, yeah,
ranking.
yeah. So
And I
he.
didn't just send you that just because of that. I sent you, like, I don't know if you noticed, right at the beginning of the video, it showed his full meal.
Hmm.
He got 3 plates of protein. I think there was like 2 plates of chicken and one plate of steak,
Yeah,
and
my
then
man's
that
bulking.
big bowl of salad with probably some other protein inside.
Most
And I'm
likely.
just like, whoo, John, you eating.
Yep. Man's bulking up.
And he's doing it the most, I would say, the most legit and healthy way.
Yeah,
He took his time of bulking himself up.
yeah. He didn't rush it. I mean, he's
Not
been
at
off
all.
for several years, and this has been in his mind. He's always had a heavyweight fight on his mind. So, um, the fact that he's kind of went into this with the right mindset and prepared properly, it shows. It shows. You can see
Yeah,
it. So, I just can't wait to see the face off tomorrow when they're all rehydrated and whatnot, or after like the weigh in and whatnot. So, should be good. I just can't wait to see these guys get in the ring. It is going to be electrifying. Like that arena, the atmosphere is going to be wild. Just going to be wild.
honestly, I feel like Gong might be a bit bigger than Jones.
Oh no, I when I saw them like face to face today, when they were doing like the media thing, no, he gone looked just looked like thicker.
Yeah,
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 I mean, there's only so much Jones can do with like we only can do so much you can do safely and healthily with your body. But hey, he bulked up well, but of course, like a natural heavyweight's gonna be like natural heavyweight.
yeah. And not saying that Jones doesn't walk around close to like the heavyweight weight, but
Hmm.
the fact that he fought in the lighter weight class, he cut weight more than Gong. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
So in some ways, his body's been so used to a certain weight that it's not at the, I guess, the peak of heavyweight. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
I
he's
can agree.
closer to, like, the light heavyweight more than heavyweight. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how his body is when he actually get into the octagon and fight. You know,
Yep, yep.
like some people are cracking on him on like, oh, Jones fat, because you saw like like the belly part, like you know what I mean. It doesn't look like his old picture, which of course you know what I mean. Like this man, literally pump weight. You know what I mean, just to get up there, right?
I feel like that's people who know nothing about how muscles work or gaining and losing weight works. He's not gonna make he's not gonna go up in weight and maintain the exact same ripped physique he was at light heavyweight. That's silly. he's he's not gonna. He has to bulk up. He has to bulk up. And of course, like he said, it's not. This is not a weightlifting or sorry, a bodybuilding competition. It's not how great your physique looks. It's how functional that fucker is. So,
Yeah.
hey, as long as he's feeling good, smooth, and can flow in the ring, that's all he needs.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Well, yep. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
interesting. It's interesting. People decide to pick on that, but that's the internet. People will pick on any silly little thing. including, oh, look, you got a tummy now because he went up to heavyweight. Just, guys,
That's
say
just
that sentence to
dumb.
yourself out loud, and then you'll understand.
Like, look at the top 10 ranking and tell me there isn't someone on that top 10 of UFC ranking that has a belly. I'm sure there's like at least two fighters that has one.
Yep. Yeah.
So, so I don't know. I guess it's just hating on Jones, you know. So
Yeah.
it
Not
is
much
what
you can
it
do
is.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, fuck them.
yeah. But
For the
you heard of the
predictions.
beef?
Well, what beef?
Uh, I guess it's like a social media beef. It's just like between Jones and Francis.
Not really.
Well, you know what Francis said because he left the UFC, so he wasn't beaten.
Oh, and then Jones says it's good he left because then he would have.
Yeah,
Okay. Is that still going on? Is there some more?
yeah. I think Francis just dropped something out yesterday, calling him like having like bipolar or something like that. Yeah, multi personality or something like that. I'm just like, oh man, this is getting a little bit deep.
That's interesting. I mean, DC has said that. I've heard. I'm pretty sure at least one or two other fighters say that too. So that's interesting. Francis is now saying it. So either it's an actual running trend, or he's just picking up on what other insults or whatever people used before against Jones, and he's just like, yeah, let me just use this too.
Yeah. So I don't know. He even make a comparison of I think for DC or something like that. I forgot what he said, but it wasn't that big. But yeah, it was just some silly argument. I'm just like,
Uh,
yeah, it would be nice to see them fight, but hey, it is
Not
what it
happening.
is. Yeah,
Then,
Jones
yep.
Jones did try to call him out and be like, hey man, you left before I got up, but ah, you know, he said she said this, right?
Yep. Pretty much.
But yeah, what's your prediction in the fight?
I always find it hard to bet against Jones, so I usually go with Jones. It's hard to go against that undefeated greatness. Um, that being said, I do think Gon poses problems on the feet. He really likes to throw body kicks.
Yeah,
So Jones is gonna have to kind of watch that, keep his range. But Jones is great at handling range, though, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm sure he'll be able to find a way around that.
Jones is
Gon's,
very good at controlling the distance. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree with you on that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gon has power. He has a lot of power in his hands. Um, but can he land on the target as long as Jones regularly? That I don't know. I feel like Jones will be able to tie him up if he does need to. Wrap him up, get him to the ground. I mean, Jones's wrestling is unquestionably fantastic. Look what he
yeah,
did to DC.
yeah,
Just look at that. Jones literally will just be like, okay, what are you good in? Okay, I'm gonna study what you. Okay, and now I'm gonna beat you with what you're good in. And it just mind fucks people. Like a lot of them just deer in the headlights after a while. Uh,
and
and
those
for
are the times that he was like partying hardcore, right?
yeah, that's when he was doing his coke. That's when he was doing
Y- Yeah,
his little indulgences, you know.
yeah.
So if he's on the straight and narrow now and focused, that is going to be a different animal. Um, I honestly, I'm gonna stick with Jones. It's I feel like Gon will give him a tough time, but I feel ultimately Jones' experience, his length, and hopefully his
His
newfound heavyweight
craftiness
power.
too, bro. Like Jones is really crafty
But
with
yeah, the
his
fight
with his
IQ,
moves.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I'm hoping a couple of those things are gonna get him to win. On the flip side for Gon, like what can he do? He first and foremost, and I think he mentions in the post conference, he cannot get intimidated. And it didn't really look like he was intimidated or scared. So that's good. That's a plus for him. That's what I saw, anyways.
Yeah.
He's got to pick his spots. That's the thing. You can't really continuously flurry on Jones because he'll back away and then start to make you pay for that. And honestly, most of the time it's hard to flurry against him because he's just so good at keeping you out.
Yeah.
So Gon's really got to pick his shots. Try to land those body kicks. Maybe switch it up with like head kicks. Don't just always keep going to the body, because then that gets repetitive after a while. Start to read you, and then you could open yourself up to something. But overall, I'll go with Jones. Who you
Where do
picking?
you
How you see
think
the fight?
Gong? Where do you think Gong is trying to take the fight? You think Gong is trying to keep the fight standing up, or you think he's gonna try to find ways to like take him down, or is he just going with the flow?
Uh, I think Gon's best. Again, my opinion. I think his best thing to do would be to sort of forward pressure on Jones because Jones just back up. Like he back up when he needs to. Forward pressure on Jones, get him to the cage, tie him up on the cage, and just make it grimy, make it dirty. Some dirty boxing, some elbows on breaks, knees in the clinch. Keep it nice and close. Don't let him keep you out on the distance. We can just pepper you with snapping attacks, oblique kicks, head kicks. Nah, don't stay out on the outside. Make it dirty. Wrestle. Jones is competent on that too, but I feel like that's better than sitting outside getting peppered to death.
True, true. So stand up is more, I guess, for you in terms of your opinion for what Gong should do is stick to the stand up and just
Stick to the
rough
stand
him
up and
up.
make it dirty. Yeah, make it dirty and up close. Because I feel like if he tries to go down on the ground, uh, that's a risky proposition. Jones is extremely competent on the ground as well.
Yeah,
And even even the standing was it standing guillotine that he did on Machida?
yeah.
Like
That was a dirty one.
so it's very like he's unorthodox. He's highly unorthodox. So it's hard to say for sure what's gonna work against him, what's not gonna work against him. But for me, yeah, Cyril needs to make it dirty, make it close, and not let Jones exploit his range because Jones is a tactician with that distance control and positioning. Positioning is so it's mandatory to have some fundamental understanding of that in MMA. So, and Jones is a master of that. So, I would say take that range away. Careful of them bony elbows coming your way because as soon as you get in close, Jones is throwing elbows and knees. Uh, and understand you might have to take one to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Just want to
what do you
know,
think?
like, honestly, it's hard for me. Obviously, you already know who I'm gonna pick,
Hmm.
and while you were talking, I'm listening, and at the same time, I'm thinking too. I'm like, you're right, you know, and at the same time, I was thinking, Gong actually has the IQ too.
Yeah.
So now when they're actually in the cage, I just want to know how they're gonna adapt because I know
Mm.
Jong has been away for a while, so I don't know what the cage rust will hinder his game,
Yeah, that ring rust. Yeah.
you know, and because Gong has been active, you know, what I mean, he just fought the champ, so yeah, I'm curious to see what Jones gonna do, you know, because we know what Gong's been doing.
Oh yeah.
This man,
Yeah.
this man could get on the ground. He will post submission if he needs to. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But when he's standing, he's really intelligent. When he's on the ground, I mean when he's standing up, especially when it comes to his strike. There's time like he will back up, and in some way it kind of baits his opponent to come forward. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
once he knows that when he's backing up, if his opponent throws a strike while still chasing him, you know what I mean? The moment the opponent pulls their strike back, that's when he counters.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I mean? It's like it. So he's really crafty. You know, and like I said, like he's really intelligent too as
Hmm.
an MMA fighter. So, and with the skill that he has, and to us, like how balanced he is, yeah, I'm in some ways I'm kind of worried. Given that
Yeah,
obviously I picked Jones, but I'm kind of worried if
yeah,
Jones is ready
yeah.
to be back.
It's a tough return fight, that's for sure. And while you were talking, I was also thinking up another potential way for Gon to approach the fight. Even though I would say Jones is the superior grappler, I would say I guess I really got to see tomorrow, but I would say that Gon is heavier, so maybe wrestling might be the way to do it if he can get on top
Yeah,
and just put all that weight on him, and
yeah.
then
If he puts Jones on his back, yeah,
yeah, and then do what I said, make it dirty. Cover the mouth, grind the head under the chin, just make it real uncomfortable. Elbows to the side, unprotected body. Just do everything you can to make it like a hellish experience on the ground. That might be another way to go too. Um,
do what Islam.
yeah, 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 yeah. Do that Dagestani style, just like pressure, constant on the ground.
You got
Uh,
no choice. Take my, hold my weight for like
yeah,
a few minutes. Let
yep,
me rest on you. It's like what?
exactly. So those are two ways I feel like Gon could approach it. Jones, I'm I he we already know how he approaches and how he fights. So really got nothing much to say on how he should approach it because he approaches it
I just want to know
in
how
that
his
manner.
body reacts and how he
Yeah.
reacts to his new form
Yes. That is the
in
burning
cage.
question right now. That is the burning
Yeah,
question because you want to see number
hitting
one
pad
how
is
he
different.
yeah you want to
Going
see
on the
how he
mat with your
hits
sparring
pads.
partner is different. You know,
Yep.
because when he's in there, like it's like we just talked about, if Gon has him on his back, how is he gonna handle that pressure now?
Exactly. And with the
How's his
bigger
body gonna handle it?
yeah with the bigger frame, that's more oxygen your body's using up. Is he going to gas quicker? Is he going to be able to move as quick as he used to before? I'm sure the power is there because of the increased weight gain and all that and the muscle mass and stuff. But like you said, like we really just want to see how his body moves in the ring. Uh, I want to even see how he absorbs damage with his new body. Like
Yeah,
all these small things that I'm really excited to see take place.
yeah, yeah. But I guess you and I are on the same page
Yep.
when it comes down to who should win, right?
Yeah.
Jones, right?
Yeah.
You think it's
On
gonna
this
be
main
like a
one.
decision? You think it's gonna be a finish?
Oh, okay. If
Or
we want to
you
do a
just
prediction
not
like
sure
that,
on that?
honestly, I'm not sure, but just for the fuck of it, sure. Let's give a prediction here. Um, I'm gonna say Jones TKO round four.
Jones TKO round four, eh?
Jones TKO round four. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like it's gonna be a feeling out process for a little while. Round one, round two, they're both gonna start to really go back and forth in it. Um, you might see Gon go a little hard here. Round three, I think Jones is gonna be like, all right, this is we're gonna get into my championship rounds, and I'm used to this shit. He's gonna pour it on a little bit more, and then number four, he's gonna just pour it on some more and get the win and maybe a stoppage.
Yeah, eh? Honestly, I think I'm probably a bit different from you.
Yeah,
Uh,
go.
I think because of Jones is coming into this weight class new and he's getting, I guess, in some way trying to get familiar with his new body, right?
Mhm.
I think the best strategy for him is to get Gong out there by the third round.
Well, I'm not talking about what's the best strategy. I'm just talking about what I think might happen.
Yeah. So I think for Jones,
Yeah.
he will probably try to get him out by the third round because he's
Okay.
building more
Okay.
weight. I don't know, you know what I mean? If his gas tank is there to hold up all that weight, you know what I'm trying to say, while
Hmm.
performing in a high level. So to me, I think he will probably try to finish Gong by the third round. By what? I would say probably by submission.
Okay, okay. Round 3 submission for you. Round 4 TKO for me. UFC 285, and that's on Saturday. That's in 2 days, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Golly, that came up quick, bro.
yeah. The weigh-ins tomorrow. I can't wait.
I'm gonna be at work, but I'm still gonna catch that. Shoot.
Yeah, yeah. I think they always put it on live too, so it's perfect.
Yeah. All right. So that's UFC 285. Any other final thoughts on this one, bro?
No. Overall, I just want to see a good event. You know what I mean? All the
Perfect.
athletes perform. That's
Hmm.
it.
Yeah. Same here. I have nothing else to say. I feel like it's gonna be a great night of fights. I can't wait for it, and hopefully all y'all enjoy the fights too. And I think that's it for today, Chucky. If I'm correct? Yes.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
wrap it up right here.
Beautiful. All right. Let's run that back again with yet
Another
another
episode
episode.
out.
Yes, sir. And that's it for us. So right now, again, signing off. This is Oni,
This is Chucky.
and we're out this bitch. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.
Peace.